Getty Arsene Wenger has lost the respect of the Arsenal dressing room. Arsenal's 40 thrashing by Liverpool was the worst I have ever seen under Wenger. It was shambolic, horrendous. I think the players have lost all respect for him. But I think the fans are losing all respect as well. They're playing for Arsenal and they're turning it into a mockery. They are embarrassing the football club. It's becoming one of football's Al-Sarans because they are a million miles from winning the league, and that's pathetic. I'm disgusted. It's just an embarrassment from top to bottom. It frustrates me, and it will get worse too. Laurent Koscielny appeared to twist his knee during France's game against the Netherlands. Sky Sports: Arsenal's day almost gets a lot worse as Laurent Koscielny has injury scare. They're playing for Arsenal and they're turning it into a mockery. They are embarrassing the football club. Paul Merson: there will be plenty more games like that to come. Yeah, there will be games when you look at Arsenal and think, wow, they're a good team, but there will be times when they get absolutely battered as well. This club should be playing for the Premier League title, not just trying to get into the top 4. So if anyone should be under pressure, it's Wenger, who now has to deal with a moody Alexis Sanchez for the next few months after his deadline day move to Manchester City collapsed in yet another farce. I half feel sorry for Billig because look at West Ham's net spend over the last few years and it's not massive. No one can survive like that in this league. De Boer at Crystal Palace needs to change. He hasn't got the players to play the way he wants, and he needs to go back to basics and get the ball in the box for Christian Benteke. Related articles: but as bad as Palace and West Ham have been, I have not seen many 40 beatings more cringeworthy than Arsenal's at Liverpool. I was at the 82 game against Manchester United in 2011. But Sunday was worse than that. This was Wenger's best team, and they gave up on him. The players looked like they couldn't have cared less. You get the sack when your players don't look fussed. But not at Arsenal. It's all too nice. Arsenal should have bid for Danny Drinkwater rather than let him go to Chelsea. At least he will fight for you. This lot just give up. In my day, the dressing room after a performance like that would have been a war zone. You would have had to call the police because there would have been fights everywhere. Getty: Arsenal showed no fight against Liverpool. This bunch don't have any fight in them from what I can see. The third goal, when they cleared a corner and Hector Bellerin gets robbed in the opposition half and Liverpool score, the shouldn't happen in Sunday League football. It was pathetic. But you have to look at the manager. Why would you play Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain when you know there's already been interest from Liverpool and he wants to go? He looked like a player who knew he was never going to play for Arsenal again. He was right. We all know Mesut Ozil is a good player. On his day, he can be Arsenal's best. But surely you don't play him at Liverpool. He wasn't not in the game. Then he pays £50 odd million for a striker and leaves him on the bench in the biggest game of the season. What must Alex Lacazette think of that? It's unbelievable, extraordinary, but it will only get worse. I bet Tottenham can't wait to play Arsenal. I bet they wish they could play that game tomorrow, because it would stop all the Wembley curse stories once and for all. Aston Villa were always going to be under pressure this season, and I think the best they can hope for is the playoffs. I don't see that a whole lot has changed there since last season, which is a worry, and they might need to change the system. I think they need to play 3 at the back with John Terry there. He has great experience, but there are some quick players in that league. They need to play a 3 to free John up to control the defense and mop things up when it all breaks down. John Terry should play in a back 3 at Aston Villa. I like Steve Bruce. I think he's a good manager, a proven manager. But Villa is the biggest club he's ever managed. He has got to get things right because those fans deserve some success, but big clubs bring big pressure, so it's no surprise he's feeling the heat. I would love to see them do well, but I can't see them winning the division. I think the best they can hope for is a playoff place. Harry Kane would be my choice for England captain. Gareth Southgate said on Thursday he wants to share the armband around between a few players, but I think you need one captain and it should be Kane. You have to pick someone you know is always going to be in your team, otherwise it just ends up causing problems. Kane is probably the only one who is going to be in the England team every game. Jamie Vardy is not getting in ahead of him. Neither is Daniel Sturridge with his fitness issues. I think Kane's a nice bloke, a good player, and I think he has the right character for it. He leads by example on the pitch. He's not a shouter. He's not a Tony Adams or Brian Robson type of captain. He's more like an Alan Shearer. I played with Shearer. He didn't shout and scream at you. He led by example. He put his body on the line and worked his socks off. That's exactly what Kane does, and that's exactly the sort of captain England need. Related articles.